This video explains troubleshooting procedures for the motors and PCBAs in the EGO LM2100 series lawnmowers. The blade motor is similar in both mowers, but the main PCBAs are unique to each model. The LM2100 SP also has a SelfPropel motor and SelfPropel PCBA. The troubleshooting procedures are the same for both models, but the part numbers are unique. Please note that both models have a brush motor, so the diagnostic procedure is different from brushless EGO products. With the battery in the mower, press the Start button and squeeze the bail switch handle. A flashing yellow light on the mower suggests a faulty PCBA. Green lights on the battery and the mower indicate that there is power. If none of the lights turn on, it may be the fuse. Remove both service covers before proceeding. To check the fuse, set a multimeter to diode mode. If the measurement is 0 volts, the fuse is good. Otherwise, it must be replaced. If the fuse is good but the mower still doesn't run, proceed to the next step. If the mower has power but the blade doesn't spin, it could either be the blade motor PCBA, or a short in the switch assembly. To check for a short, press the Start button and squeeze the bail switch handle, and move the mower handle forward as shown here. It's important not to move the handle more than 90 degrees, or the safety switch will disengage. If the motor turns on, the switch assembly should be replaced. To check the blade motor, connect the yellow plug to a DC power supply. 5 volts is enough power for this diagnosis. If the motor doesn't run, it is defective and must be replaced. If it runs, remove the battery and continue to the next step. Before testing the MOSFET in the blade motor PCBA, press the Start button and pull the bail switch handle and secure it with a zip tie or other means. Set a multimeter to diode mode. Touch the black pin to the red terminal on the PCB side of the yellow motor plug and the red pin to the black terminal. If the display is outside of the range shown here, replace the PCBA. Otherwise, continue to the next step. Touch the black pin to the black terminal of the yellow motor plug and the red pin to the negative blade of the battery connector. The MOSFETs in the PCBA are good if the reading is within the range shown here. Otherwise, replace the PCBA. To diagnose the SelfPropel motor, it must first be disconnected from the PCBA. Older models have 2 wires which need to be cut. Newer models will have connectors, as shown here. Connect the SelfPropel motor to the DC power supply. If the motor doesn't run, it is defective and must be replaced. To diagnose the SelfPropel motor PCBA, disconnect it from the power unit by separating the black plug. With the multimeter set to diode mode, touch the red pin to the black wire and the black pin to the red wire. If the display is outside of the range shown here, replace the PCBA. Otherwise, continue to the next step. Touch the red pin to the black terminal and the black pin to the black wire going out to the motor. The MOSFETs in the PCBA are good if the reading is within the range shown here. If not, replace the SelfPropel PCBA. The customer may report a problem with the speed control on the LM2100 SP. It may be stuck in fast or slow, or the SelfPropel feature may not work at all. If the PCBA is good, the switch assembly should be replaced. This is part of the handle assembly. Please refer to the EGO service diagram and parts list for specific parts needed for troubleshooting and repair. Always use genuine EGO parts.